What is going on, everyone? How are we doing today? It is April 13th, Monday, 2026, and today I'm going to be going over the one beautiful setup I saw today. Now, today I did not trade. I actually was out to breakfast, my boy, having a good time, enjoying. So I was off the markets. I was monitoring the situation a little bit, but usually I don't trade no news Mondays. And also, we had that big new week opening gap and it was just something I really wasn't trying to be trading right now. Sometimes I just have better conviction for better setups, and this was one of the times where on this Monday I was not really feeling a good trade. I was not really feeling the markets how they were moving. Now there was a great opportunity and everything hit my buy side liquidity, which is what I was aiming for. However, just because of the uncertainties with everything, I did not want to decide to risk a trade or anything of that involvement. So I was off the markets. However, my buy side liquidity, my target that I wanted to end up getting hit, did get hit. And I put that in my pre market analysis and my daily buys on my Instagrams and Discord servers. So if you want to check that out, link is below. And yeah, besides that, let's just get right into it. All right, so coming into the day, what is my daily bias? It is obviously bullish. Why is this? We are respecting our daily gap as well as a stacked 4 hour gap. And you can clearly see we're just respecting all these bullish gaps and disrespecting bearish. Also, in Sunday, we opened here, and this morning we opened here. We created this huge gap, and price is just ripping up. And it's literally as simple as this, right? If we are trending upward and we are going upwards, I'm going to be looking for longs, right? We are bearish, or sorry, we are bullish. And even on our lower time frame charts, like our 15 minutes, you can clearly see we are still respecting all of these bullish gaps. We're disrespecting these bearish gaps and we are just respecting bullish. So now that it's established that we're looking for longs, what do I want to see? I want to see us tap into a higher time frame gap. And what do we have right here? We have a beautiful unfilled 15. Unmitigated 15-minute gaps are a great draw, especially on a higher time frame. And what I want to see price do is tap into this so we can take it all the way to our buy side liquidity, which is of course at the top of the new week opening gap. Let me just mark this out for you. And okay, if we actually go into market open, here we are. We have our 15-minute gap, and what happens? Price is shooting down, and boom, we completely edge this. We actually don't end up getting an entry. We just completely just skyrocket bullish. Now, I'm not really sure why we didn't tap into this. Usually price would have lowered before we would have taken a longs, but because of this, there was no entry, right? I mean, there was a gap here, but I'm not going to take this if we didn't tap into because that could usually mean we want to retrace lower. So now I'm going to be looking for continuation longs, right? What do I want to see? I want to see either price come back to this 15-minute and take this buy side liquidity, or if we form a 5-minute gap, we can retap into that and take this higher. So we didn't get that first entry, and now I was just being patient, seeing what price does, and we end up continuing higher. We still did not end up taking this buy side liquidity, which is my main draw. And what ends up happening is that we create this perfect draw, right? We have relative equal highs. We generated all that liquidity. As you can see here, we have all this low resistance liquidity ready. We have all this low resistance liquidity right here ready to be taken out absolutely by this candle. And right here we have relative equal highs with that buy side liquidity, which I marked out earlier, right? So this is looking absolutely A plus. Everything is looking perfect. And especially we did create a 15-minute fair value gap and we did retap into that, which is exactly what I want to see, right? When we're looking for continuation longs, I'm either going to look for a retrace into a gap. And since we originally didn't hate this 15-minute gap, we waited for another one to form, and this candle tapped into this, and now we can look for longs, right? So now I'm going to be looking for the highest time frame inversion, and what do we end up having? We end up having this 5-minute gap. As you can see right here, we formed the 5-minute fair value gap right here, and if we look, I believe it was one of the next candles that ended up closing. My trading view's a little bit laggy right now. And we ended up closing above this. And once we do that, we just place our long tool right. Now here I have my target at the buy side liquidity, which I was mentioning earlier, which is just the top of that new week opening gap. And our sell stop would be right here at the bottom of the wick, or sorry, the bottom of the body of the candle. And what ends up happening, price, it almost takes us out. Honestly, the reason I had it here and not all the way down here is just because I was using this level as a rejection block. It's something I've been using a lot in my trades, but we do not end up stopped out and price plays out perfectly. We hit our take profit and that was that, right? This is a beautiful trade. Honestly, I wish I did trade today because this is such a great setup, but what do we have right here, right? We were obviously bullish. We can clearly see on the higher time frame, we were just completely respecting all these bullish gaps, continuing upwards, rebalancing this imbalance, which is that new week opening gap. and we just wanted to take out this buy side liquidity. It was such an obvious draw. And what ended up happening, we had our opening move. We did not tap into the 15-minute fair value gap, right? Usually that's something I want to see at open. If we tapped into this, we could have ridden this all the way up. That would have been a huge move. That would have been easy A plus, A plus, A plus. But since we did not tap into this, what do we wait for? We waited for a new fair value gap to form so we could take continuation longs. And what ended up happening is that we created this 15-minute gap. Price retapped into it, and then we created a 5-minute inversion fair value gap. Right here, we closed above, stop loss at the bottom of the body, and our take profit at the buy side liquidity. Price immediately ran this through. Like, actually not immediately. It low-key took like 20 minutes, I believe, right? 10:30 to 10:50. Yeah, so it was 20 minutes, but it was well worth it. I mean, the draw couldn't have been any clearer. I love trading new week opening gaps. Even though they, like, I feel like sometimes they can be risky. Usually they always get filled, like, majority of the time. And this was just a perfect instance in case where it's so obvious, right? Like, it could not be any more clear that we clearly want to take out this draw. And that's pretty much the whole trade idea. This is something I would have taken every day of the week. I was just out to breakfast. I was out enjoying life, no news Monday, so I didn't really want to trade. But if I were to trade, this is exactly what I saw play out, and this is exactly what I've taken, right? Beautiful setup. If you took this today, great job. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This video is probably going to be pretty short just because I'm trying to speed things up a little bit. And what I mean by that is just kind of condensing all the information to you and giving it to you as it is, instead of wasting your time with a 20-minute explanation of a bunch of BS and fluff that you don't really care about. These videos are meant to be quick, informational, and quick to the point, so you're not just wasting around your time seeing all this extra stuff that's useless. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Once again, if you took this is a great trade. Something I would have taken, and I wish I did take it, but whatever. I'm not getting FOMO. Don't really care. It happens. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Sorry, this video is being recorded late. It is like 3:45 right now. So it's going to be a little bit of a late upload, but we're going to get back on track. I'm going to get the videos pumping. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow for tomorrow's trade. Peace.